long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit, it's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gon' keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gon' keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beats stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, Mr. Provoked Thoughts. I'm in the building once again. Happy Sunday to everybody. I know we got to get back on the grind this week, but we are here, man. You know how we do. We're here. We are here for it, man. You know, you had a lot going on today. Trump did a 105-degree debate in Vegas. It was a pretty good debate. You know, some of the same things he's been talking about. He talked about again. He kind of went off the cuff, of course, because his teleprompter wasn't acting right, which, of course, is something Joe Biden could not do. I mean, it was really enjoyable to me, if you ask me. I really, really enjoy every rally that he does. He brings something different, something old, to the table every time he do it, and he's bringing forth the message that Americans want to hear. We really want to hear about, change for the better, border patrol, shutting the borders down. We want to hear about the economy and what you plan on doing for that and all of these forever wars that we are in. One thing that I really wanted to touch on today, before we get started and everything, and then we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit, is Byron Donalds, man, has been getting some real unnecessary backlash in regards to a statement he was making, a conversation I believe he was having in a cigar bar, where he said that the Black family was more together during the Jim Crow era. Now, anybody who knows about Jim Crow, we know that it was a horrible era in American history for Black people that went through lynchings and went through, all the racial persecution that they went through in the South, in the deep South, excuse me. But families were together. I mean, marriages did happen. Marriage was at like a 63% rate at that point. And now we are sitting at about 32% and kind of slightly climbing a bit. But the marriage rate in America has, been, on a decline. And, just because he said Jim Crow, everybody just seemed to have gone crazy, and nobody knows what he meant for some strange reason. This is the craziest thing, because nobody tends to know right now what this man meant when he said what he said. And anybody who uses common sense can hear him say that the Black family was together. He didn't say that we had it better. But of course, the far left media took it, got it, put it in their hand, and balled it up, twisted it, fought with it, and came out and said, "Oh, well, you said that they were better. Well, you said Jim Crow. Why would you say Jim Crow? And why? And I just, I understand exactly what they're doing. Now that Donald Trump is still leading in the polls, actually going up in the polls after this conviction, and on top of all of that, we have a leak in the jury pool. Yeah, so they know they're screwed, and they're doing everything, including attacking everybody around them. Now Byron Donalds can handle himself. He was on Joy Reid and on that crazy other black lady. And they call him, or they want to refer to or kind of implicate that he's the Uncle Tom. But yet you taking a check to attack another black person, if it's all about that, you taking a check and you're not trying to get an understanding or a dialogue. Oh, well, you said this and how dare you say that? Blah, 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 blah. Just basically trying to beat him for massa. And he's the house and he is the Uncle Tom. No, I don't think so. So without further ado, I got my boy in here. You know that. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Brother Noobs, what's going on? So?
What's up, man? Oh, am I up? Okay, here, wait a minute. I got the wrong tab up. There we go. Yeah. And so the Byron Donald things, because I was watching that interview. And so I don't know. I guess I don't even have like a leftoid bone in my body, because I was picking up what he was putting down while he was saying it. And, and then I started seeing all the controversy and everything else. And of course, when you and I talked tonight, I did not pick up on the whole Uncle Tom aspect of it until you pointed it out, though. It's because to me, like I was saying before, it was like what they did when they twisted Trump's words around,
right?
The bloodbath thing, But you're right, though, because as soon as that other dude from Congress got up there, reading from his masters, you know what I mean? The dialogue that was in front of him. And, and that's one of the things that I wanted to point out. How many times do you see Byron Donalds doing that? That dude is speaking from his own head. You know what I mean?
Right.
And off the cuff every time, and so, yeah. And so, yeah, I totally get what you're saying about that piece of it.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing about it is that right now they are so desperate for the black vote.
Yeah, and I don't care what they can set themselves on fire, and it's not going to help them.
They've labeled so many prominent black people Uncle Toms.
Oh my goodness!
You're talking about Larry Elder.
Yeah.
What is it? Ben Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Clarence Thomas.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Well, Byron Donalds.
Do you know why that is?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why are they doing that?
I mean, because it's simple. It's because of who they backing right now.
Well, they've got nothing else to fight with,
and there's nothing else, and there's nothing you can't fight on the issue. So
exactly.
You want to take trivial things and make them humongous.
Yep, we got to make that mean orange man the boogeyman,
which is indicative of the Willie Lynch letter.
Yeah,
you take small things and you make them big. I watched Joy Reid.
Oh my goodness,
this man. Pretty much she pretty much interviewed her damn self.
Yeah.
I mean,
that clip of that dude asking her about her Trump hair was epic. I'm surprised that didn't get more air. I mean,
they squashed it, man, because she's one of the, chosen few.
Puppet Gate, where are you? We've got to have a Joy Reid with Trump hair
question.
Puppet.
I think they got one.
Just freaking out all the time. Do they? Have I missed the Joy Reid puppet?
I think goodness. They do, man. I think that he's
well, after the show tonight, I'm gonna go hunt.
Sewing his ass off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. We're gonna get into this ridiculous Al Sharpton interview debacle here real quick, and we're gonna break this thing down.
All right, before you start, hello, Kilroy Girl, shout out. And who is that? Is that
Miss Lady T?
Miss Lady T. There we go. I was like,
that's classmate from the past. We went to school together.
Oh no! So she knows what you're like then.
Yeah, she know I don't take no shit.
All right, let's get into it.
She know that shit. Let's go. Let's go ahead and look. Oh my God, let's go. Let's do it.
And welcome to the show. You just heard what Congressman Vesey had to say about your comments. You've also been criticized by House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and the head of the DNC, Jamie Harrison, both of them black. One of them black from Brooklyn, like you were born in Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. What's your response?
My response is that it's very interesting how people can just lie and mischaracterize what I said. The video's on my social media. Go to @Byron Donald. You could listen to it in full. I never said or insinuated anything about Jim Crow being better. Just was talking about the marriage rates of black families in America during that time period. It's an empirical fact.
You mentioned Jim Crow. Wait a minute. I've watched your video. You mentioned Jim Crow 4 times.
Oh, what happened?
One time you referred to families.
Okay. What I was saying, I was actually saying something. I was muted. The guy said, but you mentioned Jim Crow 4 times.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
I have no idea. I mean, I've never been able to understand the mental gymnastics required in order to manufacture the take that some of these folks come up with.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't think it's any type of gymnastics.
Wow, it's some kind of. I mean, man, it's almost like judo.
It's not gymnastics. It's laziness. It's a lazy thought process.
It's not even lazy because they saw the same interview that I saw. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, you have to actually stop and sit there and try to find something wrong with what he said. And then when they couldn't find anything wrong with what he said, they had to clip it so that it sounded like he said something wrong.
Right. And I saw the whole thing too. And when I saw what they clipped, I was pissed.
Well, exactly, because did you have any, like, even the remote, like, connotation that they got from watching that interview?
Not at all.
Never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind. You know what I mean? And so,
no, not at all. But let's keep going.
Please. They had higher divorce rates in the 60s and 70s as the nation opened up. This wasn't because of Jim Crow kept blacks scared. Blacks couldn't vote.
You see that?
Yeah.
Because of Jim Crow. He did not say it was because of Jim Crow. He
did not.
Jim Crow era.
Exactly. And so, I mean, in hindsight, if because Democrats are never held to the same standard. But in hindsight, being a conservative, if he could go back in time, he would say, what, 20s and 30s?
Right.
Something along those. I don't even know exactly, what the years are.
This is clear, just taking somebody's shit out of context.
Yeah, it's called gaslighting.
Yeah, it's taking it all the way out of context. It's just like, okay, we're going to make this mean what we want it to mean.
Yeah, we're going to concentrate on the one.
How can a black man say Jim Crow 4 times? What, like, if you say it 4 times in the mirror, Jim Crow gonna take behind you?
Yeah, who's this guy? Voldemort?
Jesus, Beetlejuice? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Good
that
Lord.
Political figure that must not be named.
Oh my God. Okay, we need a little bit more volume. So we got that going.
Couldn't go downtown. I mean, to in any way infer that the black families were better than Jim Crow. I mean, I've said things that I've later said I shouldn't have said that way.
He never said better.
Yeah.
Never said better.
Nope. Never said it. Never said it.
This dude Al Sharpton got a whole lot of foundation on his face. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Al Sharpton's a white guy now. Look at this dude.
And I always wonder whether, someday we're going to see that just like crack and start to fall off, or just melt. I'm not sure which is going to happen.
I mean, look at it. He's a old white guy.
Yep.
Oh God.
I've never
Can't
said
you
that.
own that even sanitizing Jim Crow, even if that wasn't your intention, was to say that's not
He didn't even.
my
Oh,
intention?
never
I'm sorry
mind.
for using those words.
Well, first of all, I never sanitized Jim Crow. I was just talking about.
What he got to apologize for saying the person's name for?
Yeah, like I said, that historical political figure that must not be named, I guess, is what he's supposed to have said.
Oh my goodness, man! Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yep.
He literally twisted this man's words. Do me a favor, dude. Find this video.
All right, I know I have it in my history.
Absolutely.
The era in which black marriage rates were higher than they were during the Great
But why
Society
did you say
and every
Jim
other
Crow?
point in American.
What? What?
Yeah,
What?
choose your own words, motherfucker. Oh, there it went. First F-bomb of the foot.
Oh yeah, man. It wasn't me. Oh goodness.
I know. I'm getting to be the worst one.
I'm getting good at this, man. I think it's because of my job as well, too. So.
Oh well, that could be. Yep.
Yeah, because I have to. I can't be dropping F-bombs with the. But I'm finding out that a lot of my colleagues are Trump supporters. Oh, this lady just went on a full
That's
rant.
because they work for a living.
She went on a full-fledged rant about that trial. Oh God, I'm like, well, point taken. Huh? Okay, you're pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Oh man, let's see. Let's go ahead. Hold on.
But why did you say Jim Crow?
Period of time, Reverend.
The period of time was the 50s. If you wanted to say the 50s,
there you go, 50s.
You said Jim
That's
Crow.
when it happened.
Jim
because that
Crow
was the era in which marriage rates were higher.
Jim
Look, you had Joe
Crow
Biden
was
a couple
a
of years
law
ago talking about Jim Crow 2.0,
Congressman.
talking about Georgia's law, and he lied. He lied then. So are we not allowed to talk about that?
These people are the most horrible interviewers on earth.
Mm-hmm.
The constant interruptions, just constant. It's constant interruptions, and it's not even fair. I'm gonna stop interrupting them. Shit, good Lord, you getting interrupted a damn enough. Oh God.
That era, or only are we allowed to talk about it when we
Yes,
do want to
and if we're
recall
gonna
all the
talk
history of
about
Jim
the
Crow
era,
and all the tragedies that occurred during Jim
if
Crow?
we're going
to
to talk
one we're gonna
about the era, Congressman, and you name a race-based law, then you cannot take race out of the fact Jim Crow was a law against black people. You weren't just talking about the era of Dwight Eisenhower and Harry Truman. You named Jim Crow. There's only one way you could deal with Jim Crow, and that's by race. I mean, look, you and I had mutual friends. People say you're a straight shooter. Yes. We may disagree on politics. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But look, you were born in Brooklyn. You went down into the.
How the hell is he giving them the benefit of the doubt?
He's not. He's trying to tell Byron Donalds what Byron Donalds meant when he said the words. You know what I mean? And so, right. And this is another one of those things where, you got folks like Al Sharpton out there, say, oh, well, this is what you meant because, I am the model of black culture and you're not, and so this is what you meant.
He's just a fat guy that got a gastric bypass, man. Ain't nobody worried about Al Sharpton.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
South went to Florida State. You have an interracial marriage. You're the congressman of a district.
What the hell? What they got to do with anything?
Yeah. Yeah, now he's trying to make him out to be a racist.
Wow, gee. Oh, my goodness.
There's not a black district. I mean, how can you even live with yourself acting like Jim Crow was a good era or better era for blacks? What happened to you?
He didn't even say that. So go ahead and go off on his ass.
That's real cute. That's real cute. I did not say that. And I'm not going to sit here and have to insinuate that against me. Because right now you're lying about what I said. I did say Jim Crow. I did reference it 3 times. That's not to say that it was better. I never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. When are you going to get that through your skull and everybody else's skull? I never said that. And
Get it through your skull. Get it through that old goofball looking skull of yours.
Bam.
Oh my God. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, it is what Marxists
The
do.
difference
Maybe
between me
because
and a lot
our
of other
skull
Republicans,
has
I'm
ears
not
and we
going to
heard
sit
what you
here.
said.
I'm
You
not going to
said
sit
it
here
was
and be
better
lied on.
for
I'm
us
not going to let you
under
lie on
Jim
me.
Crow to bring.
He didn't say that shit. What is going on? Did you watch it? Good Lord.
families
Lying.
together. Did you say
Everybody is
that?
lying.
And here's the
Everybody
thing: he
was-
probably didn't watch it. He probably didn't watch the whole thing. He's just, got what he heard. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised if he watched the whole thing.
Mm-mm. These are severely misinformed people. This is crazy.
Lying. The Biden campaign was
Okay.
lying.
All right.
Go look at my words.
Well,
Go look at my
all
words.
right. People can
Did
look
I
at
say
your
Jim
words.
Crow was better?
You
No,
said,
I did not.
You
I
said
did not
under
say
Jim
Crow was
Crow,
better.
we
I
had
never said it was
families were
good.
more
I did not
together.
have nostalgia. I never said any of those things. I was talking about Black families and Black family marriage rates during that time.
Okay.
And the
All right, then what?
Just do me a favor. Go ahead and pull that up for me.
I'm still looking for it. I'm flooded by all of the MSNBC garbage. You know what I'm saying? So searching for it. Let me see. Hold on a second here.
I'm searching as well.
Yeah, I was looking to see if it was on his channel.
I think he said it was.
What? Yeah, I'm seeing stuff that's like old. Maybe it was nope. 4 months ago. I'm not seeing it on his channel. That's so weird. I mean, it's not weird that I'm getting flooded when I search for, the Brian Donalds debate, or, that I get flooded with MSNBC garbage.
Yeah, they have really
Yeah, because I mean that's typically what YouTube does.
Oh yeah, it's all about CNN and all that crazy.
So you're seeing the same thing I am.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have to dig several pages deep to find.
Let me see. I'm gonna find it on somebody's.
Yeah, I'm still scrolling down here.
I'm gonna find it on somebody's show, just to get a full context. I'm gonna go to Megyn Kelly.
Okay, there we go.
You got it?
No. I just came across. Oh, guess who I came across? I have an amazing Lucas.
Oh wow,
that dude fell off the deep end.
Oh wow. Let me see. So let's go ahead and get some context here.
All right, you found it?
Yeah, I found enough for us.
All right, yeah, let's throw it. Let's see. Let's check it out.
All right, so this is the actual statement, ladies and gentlemen. This is the actual statement.
One thing I knew I wanted to do, and this is not about my father, this is about what I wanted to do, is I wanted to be a father to myself. Wow. And so one of the things that's actually happening in our culture, which you're now starting to see in our politics, is the reinvigoration of Black families with younger Black men and Black women. And that is also helping to breed the revival of a Black middle class in America. You see, during Jim Crow, the Black family was together. That's right. During Jim Crow, more Black people were not just conservative, because Black people always have been conservative minded, but more Black people voted conservatively. And then HEW, Lyndon Johnson, and then you go down that road, and now we are where we are. What's happened in America the last 10 years, and I say it because it's my contemporaries, it's Wesley's contemporaries, you're starting to see more Black people be married in homes, raising kids.
Okay, so We know that he never said the words better. But this raggedy
Jim Crow
SOB.
do to contribute to black families?
And something else that I noticed, and maybe it was further down in the interview or something. I mean, he only said the words Jim Crow one time in the portion of the video that we just watched.
Twice.
Okay, so you counted 2, so I missed one.
Mm-hmm. So basically, that's how they do it. They literally.
And I understood the point that he was making, and so I just real quickly, I want to verbalize that in case we've got somebody who watches the video that doesn't understand the point that he was making. He was saying that under that bull crap, when all of that stuff was going on, the family was better off because they were a family. That was the point that he was trying to make. And when he starts talking about Lyndon Johnson and all of those kind of folks, these are the folks in government that came along and started the Baby Mama Foundation, where, somebody gets paid to have kids and be a single parent.
Right.
And so I understood the point that he was making. And I don't understand, with as much history as Al Sharpton is supposed to have in his head, how he could understand that any other way.
I'm going to break that one all the way down. They don't want that point to be made.
Right.
That's not the point that they want to be made. They want the separation of families.
Mm-hmm.
Not just black families anymore.
Right.
They want the separation of everybody.
Yes, they do. And you can see that indicated in some of these states who are trying to make rules and laws where these children, you can't get a tattoo until you're 18, but you can get a sex change operation without mom and dad knowing.
Right. What the heck?
Yeah.
I'd rather you come home with the damn tattoo.
Yeah, no shit, right? I'll sign that piece of paper, and I did. I mean, I raised daughters. I had one that was really hell bent.
They don't want people to think about the fact that because think about it, when in 1920 when Black Wall Street got burned, that was a bunch of families.
Yeah.
A bunch of married people.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find that. I'm single. I live by myself in a whole house. Not that and it's not about my independence.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the female's independence.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to step on that. Because, what's hers is hers, and what's yours is hers, too.
Absolutely. Let me ask a woman to pay my bills and see what happens.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
My lights went out, baby. Can I borrow you a couple of dollars?
All of a sudden, she forgot your number. Oh, now it's you calling. I didn't know.
Man, I'm here to tell you. So let's go ahead and keep it rolling a little bit. Let's see what's going on with Al Sharpton's stupid ass.
Hello.
I'm not talking. Oh my gosh!
Hold on.
Let's
get back.
Okay.
No.
Then what did Jim Crow do to contribute to black families?
Nothing.
Hello.
I'm not talking. Oh my gosh!
You said under Jim Crow black families. So explain to me what Jim Crow did to help black families.
Nothing.
Marriage rates during the Jim Crow era were higher for black families up until the point of the Great Society. I did not say that. I said they were. And this is the problem. Because you're trying to say that I said because of Jim Crow marriages were at a higher rate. I did not say that. I said during.
But why did you use Jim Crow? Jim Crow was a race law. Well, first of all, under Great Society did programs like manpower training, model cities, train young people. HEW didn't do anything about families. It's health, education, welfare. So, I mean, what are you talking about? They were not the antithesis.
I just want to say real quick that under Mork and Mindy, Americans had more money.
You said Mork and Mindy. What the hell?
I know, right?
Why would you say that?
Well, you know, because it's true. Under Mork and Mindy, Americans had more money.
See, you done said it twice.
Oh, man.
What's going on? Why Mork and Mindy?
It's bizarro world, man. It's bizarro world.
Congressman, all right, let's go to this. Donald Trump suggested twice, just this week, that he might seek retribution.
No, he didn't.
Nope.
No, he didn't. There you go.
Now, what he did say is that during his last term in office, he had made the decision to not go down that road. All right. Now, one of the things I did hear him say in a recent interview is that, you know, he would just have to look at it when the time comes, you know.
James Brown had the best song in the world called "The Big Payback."
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Now, I guess you're not going to make my video for me, and so I'm just going to have to describe it, and everybody's going to have to see it in their mind's eye. You remember? What was that? It was Game of Thrones when you know, after Cersei did her walk of shame. There's a scene where she's up in the castle and she's having a nice glass of wine, and she's just watching the explosion of, you know, in the city's capital beneath her, you know, as you know, she just brings retribution on all of the people that kind of snowballed her and railroaded her into that deal. Yeah, we just need to take that scene and put Trump's face on it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, if that man, you know, if he were nearly as vindictive as they try to make him out to be, as soon as he got into office, it would be like an atomic bomb. And so,
if he's elected president,
they're worried about what he could do, not what he will do.
Right. I mean, because anybody can do anything.
Well, and I mean, they have actually broken the law in so many ways. It's not like we're going to have to manufacture crimes against the Biden family because they're just filthy with them. I mean, shit, there's 3 incidents of cocaine in the White House in just the last couple of months.
Yeah.
We got 2 dudes, you know, playing pin the tail on the donkey on the congressional floor. We've got January 6 people who are still in jail for doing what? Walking into a Capitol building that they own.
Cat fights in Congress.
Oh my goodness. It's not like we're going to have to hunt for crimes for Joe Biden. And so if we do get a legit DOJ and we do get a legit special counsel that just goes by the facts and not feelings, then yeah, those dudes are screwed. And Kathy Hochul of New York, she's not even legitimate.
At all.
Nobody elected her.
Put a feeler out here, see who's out here in I Want to Talk land tonight. Since everybody quiet. Yeah, so we're going to put it out there. Let's see what happens.
And he also tried to link his legal problems to the injustices African Americans have suffered at the hand of our legal system.
Well, about the same. It's about the same because Black people identify.
Yeah.
Sorry. You pulled back the curtain too far. You and your people, the ones that you bootlicking trustee.
Yup.
Say whatever they want you to say for a checkout, Sharpton.
Mm-hmm.
You know better.
And he did say during, even when I did my Mork and Mindy reference, I screwed it up because I said under Mork and Mindy, which is still true. Right. But he said during the time of, and you know, and And that in itself, he's trying to make the point that times were worse for the black community, but the family was still better.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and like you get, these shoe shine boys that try to twist everything.
Times were worse in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always been bad. It ain't been great for black people here in no era.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what he is saying, and during that particular era, when we were going through Jim Crow, people was getting married, people was having relationships, meaningful relationships.
Yeah. And now these chicks run around with their ankles pinned behind their ears.
I mean, seriously.
And then they all want to cry. They get on YouTube and cry whenever they hit the wall, and they discover that no man wants them anymore because they've been out. Yeah.
I mean, seriously. So when I look at it the way that I look at it and how I see it, it's just, oh my goodness, it's all reversed. It's all reversed. We got bamboozled. And that's what Malcolm X was talking about.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing is that, I mean, the modern liberal, wants to take, things from, they just want to rewrite history and then, use it for their own means, even though the two examples that they're conflating are complete opposites. You know what I'm saying? And, it's like Al Sharpton, bringing this Jim Crow crap in, because what he's saying is exactly the opposite of the point
that he was making,
that he was trying to make. Yeah, that Byron was trying to make. It's the exact opposite, and he knows it. Yeah. And still he's up here,
Right. Hold on, let's keep going.
All right.
Why should black Americans believe that Trump is serious about criminal justice reform when he only seems concerned about it when it applied to him?
He said, if it happens to me, it can happen to you.
Yeah. And he said repeatedly that it's not him they're after. It's everybody else. He's just in the way. And he's right, because if we let these examples go down the way that they're going, then what's to prevent them from doing that to anybody else? Because nobody else has the ability. I don't have the ability to post bond $80 fucking million so that I can get an appeal. That's ridiculous. And then, like this stupid case where they've got the verdict on 34 felony counts or whatever. I mean, have you seen the makeup of the appellate court?
What, that it's all black?
It's all liberal black judges.
Well, no, they have a pool of 21. They showed those 4.
And so what's the split?
I mean, that's what we need to find out, because there's a pool of 21 appellate court judges.
All right. Well, let me write that down then, and I'll look that up. So we want New York appellate court split, and we'll get the down and dirty numbers.
Right. But still, it's Manhattan.
Well, and then the other problem that I foresee is, there's no way that Judge Merkin came up in all 3 of these political cases by chance, by luck of the draw. Didn't happen.
And what's crazy?
So there's some judge manipulation going on.
Did you know that Donald Trump has a probation hearing tomorrow?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what Merkin's plan is with this letter that he issued.
And I'm going to tell you, it's crazy, because you look at what's going on in the world, man, and there's so much tomfoolery, man. We're gonna get into some more of the bull crap once we get past Byron Donalds and all of this stuff. Of course, we got to.
Yeah. Well, we probably beat this horse to death. I mean,
I can almost cross my eyes and see Joy Reid.
Yeah, no kidding.
Literally. Now
that should be a new thing. Maybe Joy will start something, and then Al Sharpton will get some Trump hair. And who's that dude in Congress? Jeffries?
Oh, yeah, Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh, he's bald right now. So let's get him a Trump wig, too. I think it'll be amazing.
You stupid. Yeah. So basically, I think I'm done with this because all they're going to be doing is going back and forth. I'm done.
Yeah, this is like my cousin Vinny. I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this shit. So I would rather talk about, we'll just talk about it and analyze it a little bit. Did you get an opportunity to watch the Dr. Phil?
I did, with Trump.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it, man. First of all, I was surprised when I first clicked on it and saw that it was over an hour. So, I mean, even Tim Pool, he got 15 minutes. And I could definitely tell that Trump has kind of a man crush on Dr. Phil. And the only reason that I point that out is because Dr. Phil has not always been positive when he talks about Donald Trump. What he does not possess, though, is Trump derangement syndrome.
Right.
And
he does not have the ability to.
Yeah.
He can hold two opposing thoughts in his head. And he can analyze them both and come up with a fair conclusion, because I've been watching since he started talking about the jury.
Yeah. And
how it concerned him.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that he used to do, though, he was one of those shrinks that sat there and evaluated, people's, responses in court cases and that sort of thing, and evaluate jury members even.
Mm-hmm.
And so, he's had some practice in that regard.
No, Kilroy girl, they're not going to deny his probation and put him in jail. This is a probation hearing for, I'm assuming he hasn't been sentenced to anything. So I think he's just got to talk to somebody about it, I guess, or whatever the case may be.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another bullshit, stupid shit that he got to go through.
Just to probably drag him into a dingy courtroom for no damn reason.
Right. It's nothing spectacular. That's just putting him in a he's going to go to jail situation. So, and with all of the stuff that's going on, we're going to talk about that, but we got to talk about Dr. Phil, man. He's been getting backlash as well.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, if you are not, down the line lefty lunatic, then you will be ostracized.
They called it a softball interview, and it was not.
No, they talked about real things, I think. And I mean, I go back to the Tim Pool conversation because, Tim understood that he had a relatively short amount of time. So he came ready with his questions. You know what I mean? So
all the softball cream puff interviews we've watched Joe Biden do.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even have the patience to watch Joe Biden. It's usually just a stumbling mess.
That's why I just want to see the debate, because people are going to be watching, and if they with people already kind of like, if they see any bullshit in this CNN interview, it's going to piss the world off.
I still doubt the reality of the debate happening. There's going to be something.
2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks, baby. Let's see.
2 weeks. All right. So 2 weeks until UFOs land on Earth, and the debate has to be postponed or whatever the hell it is they got planned. Because, dude, I don't care what kind of drugs you give that old man. He is not going to be able to hold up in a debate. He's completely off of his rocker.
It would be so fun to watch.
I mean,
you know what? That would be the highest rated debate of all time.
Well, now I said during 2016 that the debate should have been pay-per-view, you know. And I mean, you get one of those, you get somebody from the UFC or somebody like that to actually moderate the debate instead of these cream puff, you know, libtard.
So basically what it is that Joe Biden don't want no people at the debate because he might shit on himself.
Yep.
He don't want everybody to smell it.
Oh,
and if Donald Trump say it, then he gonna deny it, and the CNN people gonna deny it while throwing up. Like, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. Can you believe Donald Trump lied and said he pooped himself? He did. And it's all ice cream, so you know it's like liquid. Ew. You know, but I don't know what he was doing, you know, when Biden was at the you know, in France for D-Day. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm trying to find a clip here. Let me see if I can find Joe Biden. Oh, I think I'm close.
So he did a poopy. He did a poopy. Yeah. So you know, and it's so interesting because I'm watching our world just go absolutely insane for no reason at all.
Well, it's because we let the kids run the asylum, you know, or the crazies run the asylum.
Yeah, I had to get my cat together just there for a second. She was messing with my green screen.
You get artifacts back there.
Oh yeah. So, you know, honest to goodness, man, I'm looking at she wasn't even messing with that. I don't think she's doing something else, but whatever. But you know, my main thing with all of this, you know, with the Dr. Phil interview and all of that great stuff, man, it's just, what do we got here?
Oh, all right. So this is how I see Joe Biden going down in, you know, in a debate, if the debate happens.
Okay.
If one dances, one must pay the piper.
I don't know if you remember this movie or not. Oh, and that's the end of Joe. Bye, Joe.
Oh yeah, what movie was this?
That was it's a Disney movie. It's called Black Hole, and it came out when you and I were both kids.
Oh yeah, I was like a kid. I don't know if I was even potty trained at that point.
Oh, it's a good movie, man. You got to watch it. I mean,
I may have to go ahead and dig into, you know, life and get that rolling, man.
Yeah, and it's a very I mean, you can feel the atmosphere all the way through the movie. There's nothing else like it. I don't think it's ever been done.
But back to Dr. Phil in this interview, man, I really felt like that he did get to the heart of the man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, humanized him a bit. You know, and it's, you know, people don't even understand that you can have an objective view and you can view things, you know, objectively and make a conscious decision based on what you see. And anybody who looks at this case and is just not like, oh, screw Trump, like we did like when we watched Piers Morgan the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it made no sense that lady was she didn't even know what the heck she was talking about. It was just, you know, her hatred for Trump because of what she's heard in the media and the sound bites and all this stuff that she's never gotten full context of, listening to MSNBC and, you know, all emotional responses. And then when she can't quantify what she's saying, then she goes on personal attacks.
Yeah. And, you know, Piers has been doing a lot of this kind of, you know, he's been challenging folks to back up their positions. And I can think of at least 3 times in the last 2 days where he asked them a question to back up their position, and they're just completely destroyed. We've got that woman that you were just talking about. We've got the LGBTQ ABCDs XYZ guy that was up there that completely got destroyed when Piers just asked him a simple question: can I identify as black? If you can identify and just change your gender and everything, and the world is just supposed to automatically absorb this, then why can't I, just identify as being black? And the dude just turned into a stuttering mess.
You know what? And it makes no sense that people don't see that.
And the other thing that I'm reminded of, and a point that somebody else made, so I can't take credit for it, is that, I mean, if you're somebody who has done like the genealogy thing, most people are surprised by what they find out. Even black people and white people, they find out that, oh, well, they're 30% this and 40%, and it doesn't end up being anything like what they thought it was. Like that chick from The View, she got her stuff back and she found out that, her and sisters were slave owners. What is that?
Sonny Hostin.
Yeah. And so, to me, that is a lot more of a fluid thing, race being a fluid thing, and more of like a social construct than your gender, because you're either born a dude or you're born a chick, or under very rare circumstances, I know that a hermaphrodite can happen. But I mean, that's a lot more of a stringent example to follow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's more sciences to back up that you're, a male versus a female versus, African versus European or whatever.
Right. Definitely. I mean, so, like I said, I'm just looking at all of this, man, and this has been the biggest backfire I've seen in a long time.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? I didn't even see you creep in there. I was over here doing other things and talking at the same time.
And the desperation to attack Byron Donalds about saying the word Jim Crow.
He was actually speaking facts too.
Yeah, right?
Go ahead, man.
But you already know how the media, the left side is.
That's what I was saying too, yo.
They always take words, twisting them and everything.
Yeah, I mean, so when you look at this and you see just the clown show of Joy Reid and Al Sharpton and Hakeem Jeffries, and I forget that other goofball lady, they sent all the black people to check Byron Donalds. Because they know they couldn't send a white person to check him on Jim Crow.
So they had to use, as usual, racism and fascism and all this extreme stuff. They
right because they can't debate the things that are in front of them that matter or that are important.
Exactly.
And it's crazy that
they were saying. I'm sorry. They were saying that he was saying that that he was talking about that Jim Crow. It was better. Black families were better when Jim Crow was around.
No, he just said they were together.
When he was saying that the black families stay together, that's all
they were together. And the reason why they didn't stay together is because of the 1964, I guess that America Whatever bill that Lyndon B. Johnson did. Greater America.
Exactly.
And it blew up the black family.
Hey, you know what? It's the funny thing that we brought up the 60s, because around that time, it was less fathers in the black community than what it is now. Let's
break that down a bit. Okay, let me go ahead and drill that one in the ground a bit.
All right.
I was born in 1978, but I can imagine in 1965, not too even far away, a bill come through where you can get free money if you have a kid.
Oh, it's basically saying, "Oh, you don't need a man."
So basically, you had mamas telling their daughters to go ahead and get on the welfare and get that free money and them food stamps.
Now you know why I call it the baby mama bill.
Exactly.
Go ahead and get that free house.
And basically, we're saying you don't need a man in the home. We'll give you more money if you're single.
They told you that the man couldn't be in the home,
right? Because if he was in the home, you ain't getting no money.
So basically, you put a man in a position that if he's working, he got to take care of 2 households. If he still want to be with you, or you got to sneak and have him in the house, or whatever the heck. I mean, it's just a mess. It turned everything into a mess. So
double whammy. Yep. There goes any chance you had of any generational wealth.
Funny thing is,
not to mention the fact that you can go and put a man on child support, and that puts a case. I don't care how you slice it, dice it. That puts a case on a man. A case number goes in a docket in a file on a man because he chose to have sex with you.
Yep. And not just that, but anytime the dude, he'd go down and try to get a gas card, and that shit shows up.
Hey, if you owe any damn thing, you can't even hit the lottery.
Yep. And this is and this is another topic that we'll cover on another time. This goes back to the social credit score thing, which is a total communist idea. But anyway, back to what you were saying.
You know, and like I said, it's a ridiculous. It was a design. You know, of course, just like certain bills, like the 94 crime bill, the 64 Greater America bill, all of these were put in place. All of these were put in place knowing that there's going to be some damage on your side. You'll take the white people to get on welfare.
And the best part of the whole thing is that they painted it as this great benefit. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Lyndon B. Johnson said, if I pass this bill, I'll have those niggas voting for us for the next 200 years. And from that point on,
I want to add some context to that quote, because I'm not saying that quote is incorrect. However, the only reason that Lyndon B. Johnson was attributed to that quote was because it was hearsay by somebody else who wrote a book. So just keep that in mind. All right, because it's not like he was on record as ever having said that.
Well, in the time, in the era, I would say that the percentages that he did say is pretty damn high.
Like I said, not discounting it, but I'm just considering the source because we like to keep it real here.
Yeah,
so I just wanted to let you know where that came from.
So my percentage on that is about 85%. He probably said,
or something to that effect, because
it's 85% for me. He might say, he could have said Coons, he could have said Jungle Bunny, because we just got to talk about Byron Donalds and shit. He said, but at the same time, it was a fucked up bill. Okay,
and actually, the policy itself is what was fucked up about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's the bill within the bill. Shit. So when you look at it in that regard, and you just take it for what it is, it destroyed the black family.
And
think about the man who's actually in love with that woman that don't want to be with him because she want that free check.
Yeah, they still have those kinds of benefits today.
And they're doing it a different way now, where it's like you got 8 kids by 5 different fathers. None of them don't know who their fathers are.
Right.
In and out.
The formula is different now.
Right. I mean, but it's still same. Because that shit's been going. Do you remember the movie Claudine?
Heard about it.
Claudine, with what was it? Diane Carroll. Oh, she was beautiful in the 70s. in part of the 80s. But it was her and James Earl Jones, and she was pretty much a welfare recipient lady with a bunch of kids, and he was a garbage man.
I'm going to write this down because it sounds like it might be all right.
And he ended up falling in love, and one of the big scenes was when the welfare person came to the house and she had to hide all of her shit. And she couldn't have nothing new in her house, not a damn thing, nothing new. They would account for everything that they had.
Yep,
which is government control. Anytime the government give you anything, they control your ass. And that's pretty much where we've been. And control is enslavement. Let's just keep it real.
Yep. Nothing's free.
They can come into your house and say, "Oh shit, you got a new iron. You able to iron your clothes? You got an iron? Who bought you that? You got a boyfriend or something?" That's what they do. That's what they was doing. They would come in your house and do inventory on your shit. You had no privacy. So how was that better than back in what, quote unquote, the Jim Crow era, when families was together? People know that the most dangerous thing in the world is to be able to raise a kid with two parents in the home, especially a boy. You know, a boy gets to learn from a man. You know, if he's around that man, he's and he's a good man, and he learns some things, he's gonna turn out good.
Now I have got a movie for you, and it's called Dark Tower. You ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness, you got to watch it. You'll love it. It's a kind of a sci-fi kind of deal. And you know, one of the things that sticks into my head about that movie is one of the main characters. He's a gunslinger, and the mantra that they repeat is, you know.
What are you talking about? Wait a minute, hold on. You talking about that movie with Idris Elba?
What's his name? Idris
Elba.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, where he talks about, you know, forgetting the faces of their fathers.
Right.
You know, and so his whole life is guided by, you know, what would my dad think? You know, every action he takes is guided by, well, you know, would my father approve of what I'm doing?
You know, and it's crazy because, but the thing about it is that when you have that, there's more of an opportunity for, especially if, like I said, if it's a good dude, you know, and he got a work ethic, and you know, and he tells you the right things, and he supports you in your sports or whatever you're doing, you're going to turn out good.
And I think for girls too. I think
girls
having dad in the house, because how are you as a woman?
What can you gauge it on?
So exactly, how are you supposed to know how you're supposed to be treated if you've never had an example?
Exactly.
You know, so that brings me into my next topic. For the past few weeks, or maybe a couple of weeks, we've been dealing with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Goodness. But I'll come back to Brittany Griner though, because
we're gonna have to go back.
Yeah, you already know what I want to talk about.
Okay, so yeah, I got some shit to say about that too, because I thought that just bringing her home, and it was soldiers over there that needed to come home. That was bullshit. What was that about? I mean, okay, you got her home, but what about everybody else?
Yeah, really.
And you still ain't went and got them.
Yeah. Was this trip really worth it? Nah, I don't think so.
You still didn't go get them. That's crazy as hell. But I want to talk about the WNBA.
Yeah. The WNBA.
I want to talk about equality.
Hey, can I ask the question first?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody who is in the chat, as Provoked Thoughts is making his intro and making his idea known here, in the chat, please type your 5 favorite WNBA players. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Of all times.
Of all time.
I know a few. So, hey. So, but the crazy thing about it is for me, and when it comes to the WNBA, I've watched it from its inception. It was in the movie Love and Basketball. A woman trying to get to the NBA, and play ball, and she was all about ball. I understand anybody who play a sport got to be all about that shit. It makes sense. However, I think that a lot of women have a level of entitlement that is not, it's toxic. It's just toxic as shit. I mean, because you can't expect the things to be handed to you. You have to earn some shit. Now when it comes to Caitlin Clark, you might say she don't have no skin in the game, or you might say that, hey, she needs to learn how to take a hard foul and all of this stuff. But you get to earn, and before she even got there, she earned accolades for breaking 3-point shot records, in the league, in college, for doing different things. And then she comes to a league that is literally dying. Okay? For all intents and purposes. You see a lot of these teams now have like little logo patches from companies and shit on them now. Okay? WNBA got about 5 different patches and logos on them because they need to get some money from some damn where, because obviously people ain't filling the seats.
No.
Then you get somebody that's filling seats. Not only that, you ain't even got to ride you ain't even just got to wait on a plane and go through all of the shit that people got to go through to get on a plane. You got to charter now. Because your numbers is up. And instead of you being happy and riding the white horse to victory, you want to kick the horse. You want to shoot the horse. You want to break the horse's leg.
Fuck that horse, because it's a white heterosexual horse.
Yeah.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? How dare she like penis and play basketball? That ain't the part of the game.
Yeah, and it's around election time too, which is a trip.
How dare you? So it's an interesting situation, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a good take on it by somebody who I find absolutely hilarious, Mr. Bill Burr.
A couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts bitching, going like, I don't understand. How come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets. Nobody is going to women's soccer games. You're playing in a 20,000-seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost.
And that's what they don't realize. That's what a lot of these sports players don't realize. Is that in order for you to get the money, you got to sell some tickets. If you are a singer and your ass create an album and you don't go platinum, you ain't gonna get no platinum money. It's not gonna happen. You gotta earn that shit, man.
Hey, so let me ask you, how many of these singers got subsidized by their male counterparts because they don't sell tickets?
I don't know about all of that.
I don't know about all that either. I never heard of Garth Brooks just giving some chick money because her career wasn't working out.
Didn't nobody come to your shit? How much would the ticket window had been? All right, cool. I'm gonna cover that.
Hey, y'all been hearing about what's been going on with Dr. Fauci lately?
Yeah, but we got to stay on task though. We're gonna talk about old goofball Fauci in Congress. Don't worry about it. We got it. But let's stay on task real quick.
bust his fucking ass on that gig. I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, you know, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're gonna come and you're gonna get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right? Dude, look at the WNBA. Nobody in the WNBA got COVID.
That's kind of, I ain't even hear nothing about no WNBA player getting sick.
Yep.
he ain't lying. That's funny as hell, but it's true.
Nobody. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Where all the we're gonna find out in a minute where the hell the answer is at. All the feminists. We're gonna find out. Bill Burr gonna tell us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bill Burr for being a funny, truthful person, for real.
None of you went to the fucking games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players.
There we go. Nobody can do it.
Yeah, come on, ladies. Where you at? Unconditional love. Y'all know you got a favorite WNBA player.
Nobody can do it.
Ooh-wee. I can name about 4.
I can't even name that many. I mean, I could think of like 3.
Sue Bird, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Brittany Griner, Candace, what's her name? Candace something.
Candace
Well,
Parker.
it doesn't count if you don't know her
Candace
name.
Parker, yeah, Candace Parker. I forget she's a pretty motherfucker, but she decided that she don't like penis no more. So
No. Well, you know, you gotta fit in. You know,
I'm talking about shower time is probably interesting as shit at the game.
Oh my goodness.
That shit probably like, hand me a towel. Don't even worry about
it. At least that's what's going on in our heads.
I mean, but seriously, unconditional love. I'm saying like this: when you start supporting the team, this is what you need to do. You need to understand the rules, regulations, the stats, everything. You know what I'm saying? So you know, hey, you put on the hat, everything. You got to understand what pick and roll do. You got to understand what pick and pop setting screens and shit. You got to watch that, man. I'm telling you. When you become a fan of something, it is, you know, and supporting is cool. And seriously, but you get to really get entrenched, man. Because in 2016, when the Cubs won the World Series, I knew everybody on that team. Everything. You know, I can name you my top 5 Cubs players. You know, I can name you my top 5 Bulls players, top 5 Bears players, top 5 Blackhawks players, top 5 players of all times. And it's just because I guess as men we're wired for that shit. I don't know what it is.
It sticks in your head when you have an interest in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the thing is that there's no interest in the WNBA until recently.
Heterosexual women do not, for the most part, in high numbers, don't have an interest in sports.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It be them studs.
You know, not in high numbers. Because the running joke has always been men mansplaining sports to women.
And trying to put a transgender in women's sports, really?
But now, you know what I'm saying? We tired of explaining it to you. How about I show you?
Yeah. Put a chick in it and make her gay.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So let's go ahead and let my man keep going. It's funny.
That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't do it. You don't give a fuck about them.
It's gonna
They
get
play
real.
night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy, right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewife shows, they're making money hand over fist, because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit, you watch this shit. They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money. Purses and shoes and Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money. Yeah, so the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. Yeah.
And this is why I say maybe they're doing it all on purpose, and Caitlin Clark is in on it.
Let me see what this. You know what I'm saying?
Give him a break, cut them a check.
Ain't nobody cut your ass no check when you ain't drawing no damn crowd.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I think Love Unconditional, that the possibility exists that you have used that line before. Give me a break. Cut me a check.
Look here, man. Let me tell you something. Tell you something about that. That's almost like, you know, I don't know. Let's take it there. Stripper, okay?
Oh boy, okay.
And you know, I mean, now that's one of the most vicious places you can ever go when it comes to money, and you can see it. You know, you can see what it is: women, money, and men. Okay, problems. Mm-hmm. Now, if you get, okay, so I've lived an interesting life, okay, and I've dated a dancer or two, you know, outside of the bar, you know, but, you know, you can't go in there and talk to nobody else, which is awkward and freaking weird. You in a strip club, you ain't talk to no dancers. That sucks, you know, Jesus Christ. I got to look at the wall. I can't, you know, so it's interesting to see how, you know, women react in jealousy. It's an interesting.
Oh, you mean towards other women?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You know, which is the point that this brought up here so poignant. You know, with Bill Burr, and he gonna keep going on for a minute, and it makes sense because you do have a jealousy factor in women that you don't see in men, and this is just, you know. I've seen it. I lived in a house full of women. I know that it exists. It's there, and it's crazy as hell. And he's going to speak on it. We're going to keep it moving.
No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you going to pick up your end of the couch? Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for women when it comes to shit like that, because every study they've ever done to determine who's smarter, men or women, every study comes back and says women are smarter.
All right, ladies. Do you think that women are smarter than men? Got a few ladies in here. I want to see what your response is. People on X, people on Rumble, chime in. Let me know what you think.
Now, I think I remember the actual answer to this question. Because, I mean, there have been studies done. And we'll let Bill Burr give his side. And then.
But ladies, let me know how you feel.
Every fucking one. Ladies, you shouldn't be applauding that. You know I'm an asshole. You know this isn't going to end well. Did he say I'm pretty? Oh my Get out of the relationship. If every study says that you're smarter, okay, the question you should be asking yourself was, we're so goddamn smart, how are we in the situation we're in? Well,
if you're so smart,
you're in, not because of guys like me. As much as you want to blame me, you know, ladies, you can't tell me you never drove by a sports bar on a football Sunday and looked at the humanity in there. All those dumb guys with their big beer bellies bumping shit. Hey, he's on my fantasy team. Up top, yeah. You want to get some more mozzarella sticks? Yeah. As a woman with your bigger brain, you never looked in there and thought to yourself, I'm fucking losing to that. I'm losing to that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you other than the fact that you guys are just into destroying each other. No, now it's going to get quiet.
We saw that in Congress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Into destroying each other, man. One person say something about lashes that ain't even real on your body.
And that's not even what started it.
Oh, man.
You know, it was just it was destined to be a cat fight from the front.
And it turned
put a ring in there.
It turned into bleach blonde, built butch body because you wanted quote unquote clarity, you liar.
Yeah.
You wanted clarity with an insult attached to it because you didn't even have to say all of that. What if I talked about her hair dye? That's all you had to say, Heifer. You didn't have to go there, but that's what women do. Some women, not all. I ain't gonna put all y'all in the box, especially you, Unconditional. I ain't gonna do you like that.
I see all that sneaky shit you do. Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know, that league would be doing better numbers than the NBA.
And shout out to Bill Burr for the facts and the truth. That is a beautiful thing. Now, I want to get into women destroying each other right in front of our face right now. Now, everybody knows that when Michael Jordan joined the league wasn't doing so well. I mean, you had Magic and Bird, but they were great players. But you're talking about a transcendent, once in a lifetime talent. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, time will truly tell if Caitlin Clark is that person, but she kind of give me Larry Bird vibes.
Yeah.
You know, just a little light trash talking under the breath, just enough to make somebody shoulder check the shit out of her without her looking, which wasn't cool. But you have, these basketball players that are just absolute haters, and they expose themselves. You know, Angel Reese is a good player. You know, and they had their little quabbles or whatever in college. But if you ain't nice like that, you just ain't nice like the person that you talking about. And sometimes you just gotta ride you can't be talking trash like this because you make yourself look bad.
Because I want you to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really.
I'm trying to figure out why she get that big doggone cold sore.
And she talking about that, no regrets.
I'm talking about, man, you need to stay away from them showers. So you shower alone. What is you doing? What you get
that blister?
That big old fever blister on your lip. What you been doing? You just got to the NBA a year ago. You get this fever blister. Oh, it's a burpily. That joker look malignant.
She must have got her freak on, caught something.
Oh, Lord. That shit on your lip got some shit on its lip. Good Lord.
really long time, and luckily it's coming now.
Did you stop that news?
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly,
yeah,
that
like,
is nasty, dude. Now I can't unsee it.
Man, that's a big old fever blue. Look, it's all red. You see, it got the red outline on it.
That is gross.
Jeez, Carmack.
You done the wrong. Yeah,
And then once you get that shit, you can't get rid of it.
Boy. Give me a kiss. Hell no.
Ah!
Hell to the no. I can't. In good conscience.
And it's too bad, too, because she is a good-looking girl. But she's going to be another one, like we were talking about before, that's going to hit the wall, and she's just going to be standing all by herself because she did all that screwing around while she was young.
Yeah, it's obvious she's a liberal, man. Come on.
But listen to it.
I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball.
Why? Because of that fever blister? Nope.
People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And
just because of one single person.
Kim with celebrities and all. I'm like, come on now.
Oh, good Lord.
Just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history.
I mean, all that moving of the head and all that foolishness, man. Just talk. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
She's Batman.
Look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of Me Too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Because of Me Too.
The Me Too movement is filtered into the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, me too, me too.
Me too. The Me Too movement is changing.
Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here.
But you wasn't drawing no crowd.
Is that like a team thing? Do they all have to wear that thing on their lip or what?
They probably do because of shower time.
Oh, man.
Oops. Did I say that? I did.
Here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
Man, somebody need to give her what boy? She needs some antibiotic.
Damn. They should have let her go on camera looking like that.
Man, ooh, she got a fervor blister. Shit.
I knew what she said. Me too. I knew exactly.
Hey, look, man, that thing is on the boy. It look like it's pulsating. Like it probably hurt. Damn.
Yep.
I bet you. She like, I'm so glad that when the interview was over, she like, I'm so glad.
Did you ever watch Brady Bunch when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Don't she just sound like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha?
Oh yeah, it's all about, it's we are in a state of foolishness, man. It's crazy.
Everybody has to be the victim. So it's a race to victimhood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your teammate shoulder checks a woman, and we want to sit up here and act crazy. They did it just because it's a basketball play. That was not a basketball play. I don't care how you slice it.
Yeah,
how you dice it.
Yeah, Kennedy, she did that to Kayla on purpose, and it wasn't even a ball play.
And love unconditional, objection overruled, goes to character.
Oh man, that lip probably was about to start talking like she lied like hell.
I was waiting for her lip to start saying its own stuff.
I'm telling you. Man, you ain't got no shit on your lip, Miss Unconditional, from that picture. All I see is lips.
Yeah. I mean, is it too much to ask for a little CGI here? When the herp is out there talking in front of the camera.
Man, because it seems like she might have a high simplex.
Oh my goodness.
She
I
might be.
hope she got antibiotics for that.
Boy, she need to be rubbing some Carmex on that or something. She needs something. She needs to go get some of that one stuff to draw that thing. That need to bust.
You're gonna let it dry.
That joker need to pop. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
she needs to go see the pimple popper.
Lip gloss ain't gonna cut it.
Boy, I bet you it's so all around that shit. She probably can't even barely eat. Damn.
It's probably tender. I bet she ain't gonna be showing up to any pineapple farms anytime soon.
Good Lord, man. Like that lip was serious.
Very serious.
You know what? And you know, hey, she and it's crazy because I'm sorry, but the WNBA been full of mud ducks for 25 years, and ain't nobody trying to watch. I already got some guys I watched it play at a high level, and some of them is real hideous looking. You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to turn on television and watch some females playing that can't play that good? It's hideous looking.
When
and they
get
jump.
Yeah, well, not just that, but I mean, and I don't remember who it was that was talking about lowering the basket for, I mean, it would have fixed a lot of their stuff, I think,
Yeah, they'd be able to dunk and all type of shit, shorten the court, all type of shit.
That anyway. I got a question. What's up? And because I don't watch the WNBA, and so they selected 20 of these women to go to the Olympics. One of them is not Caitlin Clark. The talking heads that I was listening to said the reason is that Caitlin Clark is not among the top 20 players in the WNBA. And so my question is that true?
No. No. She's the top player in the NBA. She's the money getter. So
now, money aside, I'm just talking about just athleticism.
Oh, yeah, she's good.
Is she in the top 20?
I think so. I mean,
because if she's in the top 20, then she should be going to the Olympics. And if it's true that she's in the top 20 and that she's not going to the Olympics, then it just goes back to the point that you've been making from the get-go, provoke thoughts, and that is, they just keep biting the hand that feeds them.
Yeah,
they just pushing their narratives.
And so how many teams they got in the WNBA? Does anybody know?
Let me see. It's a quick. Hey, Google. How many teams are in the WNBA?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Dang, even she don't know.
Damn. Damn.
Oh shit. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, there are 12 NBA teams.
All right. And so if there's 12 NBA teams, I can swallow that there are probably, one player on each team that is better than Caitlin Clark.
But is she marketable?
Well, it doesn't matter because we're just going to the Olympics. Marketing has nothing to do with it. I just want to concentrate on the athleticism. So I can take that there's probably one player on each of those 12 teams that's better than Caitlin Clark. But are there two players on each of those 12 teams that are all better than Caitlin Clark?
But look, even the NBA don't think like that. It's all about your star. You're going to send your star.
I liked it better when they didn't let professional athletes go to the Olympics.
I don't know.
I think that's a bunch of crap.
Why?
What? Because these are all supposed to be like, your amateurs. Your best from.
Hell no, I ain't going on that one.
Yeah, well, I ain't going on the professional thing.
The professional basketball leagues from all over the world said they professional.
Well, and they should stop doing it. That's
why they was kicking the shit. They was kicking the shit out of the USA every year until they came up with the Dream Team.
Yeah,
because we got but then they had to. But now it's more competitive, even though they do have like these souped up NBA teams. Because some people overseas is good.
More competitive. I don't think so. More money grubbing? Absolutely.
Because Spain be a problem sometimes.
That's because nobody wants to go pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a seat for some no-name college kid, but they'll go down for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or whoever the hell, and that's why I think it's a scam that professional players are in, and now granted though, I could give a rat's rear end about the Olympics. So I'm definitely not the guy to take, advice from on how they should do it. Cause I don't care,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They already on the left taking the part of the speech I knew they was going to take. And, and he did it on purpose so they could take it.
Mm-hmm.
From today, he said, in a joking way, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. And he was like, watch, they're going to take it and they're gonna go crazy with it. And here they go.
Yeah, on DJ with Biden, he weren't talking about none of them. He was too busy talking about what's going on.
So you know what, good guys? We're going to go ahead and end it at the regularly scheduled time tonight, which is we're a little bit over. So I'll say we're about
a little bit. We did pretty good, though.
And get up out of here, man. I don't want to hold you guys too long, especially Miss Love Unconditional. I know she got to get up, Beauty Sleep, Kilroy Girl, Diane, and them beautiful ladies that came on in and hung out with your boy today. So we're going to get up out of here. We done had some fun. I probably jump on a little bit, earlier in the week before I do the Wednesday deal, because there's going to be something that's going to hit this news trend. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. I'm telling you. So we're going to go ahead and get in rotation. Go ahead, my man, Mr. Yellow Beezy, and let them know how you feel, man.
Oh, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good about this whole leak thing that Judge Mashawn was a dummy to do and letting everybody know before this man was found guilty. That's a mistrial immediately. But other than that, I feel good, and I'm blessed to be alive, and that's all that matters. Hello?
Oh, did we lose Derek? All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. I'm still waiting to see what is going on with this Mershon thing because I don't think that it's clear yet what the motives are behind this latest letter that he dropped to both sides, and so I'm still suspicious of that action, and so. Yeah, I think that's something that maybe we'll have a little bit more information on maybe by Wednesday and see which way the wind is blowing.
And right, they are getting on Merrick Garland ass right now.
You know what? It's crazy. You know what? It's not even him. With all the fuckery that was going on, I knew that was happening. I just knew it in my heart. I'm like, it's too much bullshit around it. And you sent your people home. You sent the jury home for 7 fucking days.
Yeah, and see, and that's one of the problems that I have with this letter is because with all of the egregious things that this judge has done during this trial, why did he select this one thing to send a letter to both sides about?
It's the one thing he didn't do.
So what is he trying to cook up is what I'm wondering.
But you know what's crazy? It's the one thing that he didn't do. And it is his. I think that it may possibly just be his out from full-fledged removal and disbarment.
And that could be too, because I've suspected that as well. Is that this is his opportunity to get out of the blast zone?
He's probably had some legal people talking to him like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
But don't rest on those laurels though, because this guy. He's first of all, he's a narcissist, and he thinks he's the smartest asshole in the room, and he's not. You know what I mean? And so he's been sitting around trying to cook some shit up, and if he actually put out a letter, he's already considered, along with his quote unquote team, what the repercussions of that are.
And you never know. He may have never really even wanted to do the shit. You never know.
I doubt that very much. I think.
I mean, sometimes I mean, his moral compass, because you never know what the fuck's going to happen.
I don't think he has any morals. I don't give him any credit for that at all.
He must have been taking them instructions from Merrick Garland. Had to.
Somebody told him, "You fucked up, bro."
It's cooked. It's definitely cooked.
Yeah, because Matt Gaetz was on his ass, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So yeah, more to come on that. All right, it's on you there, Provoked.
Well, so we actually talked about what I wanted to talk about tonight. I do feel like that we're going to definitely see more of this bullshit when it comes to attacking Trump supporters. And it's going to be a trickle-down effect. So all you Trump supporters out there, hold on to your hats. But keep on talking. Keep on finding out where people stand. I don't give a damn where I'm at. If I'm at a bar and people are drunk, I'm gonna tell you Trump. I'm gonna tell your drunk ass about Trump. And when you get to talking that stupid shit, I'm gonna hit you with facts. Don't be afraid to be right. Don't be afraid, because we are correct in what we're thinking. We're not thinking with emotion, feelings and things like that. We are actually thinking with, analytical minds, but we are also being provoked. Because if I didn't have to think about this shit, I wouldn't, but they provoked me. Ergo my name. So happy Sunday to y'all, man. Yellow Bees, Noob, stick around for me real quick. It ain't gonna be too long.
All right.
And we up out of here, man. I love y'all. Unconditional, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Miss Kilroy girl, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Diane, I love when you come in here, but my name is Derek, please. You're like, hey, Daryl. I'm like, who the hell is Daryl? You know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate you for coming in every time. So y'all go ahead and y'all have a good night and get y'all life together for Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And, I got to get on my grind too. And I got people coming over fixing shit in my house. So it's going to be one hell of a day for me. Make sure it's one hell of a day for y'all. We up out of here, and peace.
How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit. It's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom hitting hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngers pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.